Gross update for the day. They are pushing through my nails. That is them, not dirt. And this is pushing up and through my cuticle. Not just my cuticle, like pushing my actual nail off. Let me get light here. So they're coming up through my hand, and you see the little bruise there. It goes up and pushing my nail off. I'm shaking because this is just so gross. The bruising's extended. I can feel them big time, but my stool is supposedly clear of these, and I am pooping out these, and wow, they turned orange. Whoa, they're moving. They're alive still. Oh, wow. I didn't know they were still alive. So, I don't even know how I feel about that. They are turning very yellow, which is crazy. But, hopefully it doesn't crawl off the side. I want to show you what it looks like in there. Because it's pretty funny that they're coming on my nose looking like that, my cuticle, hair cuticles, and nails, and that's all the same on the microscope. But everybody's telling me they aren't worms at Womack. If it's a new species, then I'm ready to pair with the scientists and start naming this thing. If it's something that's just not that well known, it's time that we do, because I've been so sick. And my son's flares and my daughter's flares, I noticed she's grinding her teeth and stuff, like, are all around the same thing. Just ready to get the house, my household under control, like, feeling better. And yeah, but I really, really want to show these, so I can go and, like, pray, because I'm really having, this has been one of the hardest days, for a lot of different reasons. But all right, so, okay, that looks like we're kind of getting closer. So these are the ones I showed. Okay, every little crawly thing bothers me. These are the ones I showed you on this slide. So they look just like the things coming out of my nose, except they are very yellow, which is, they came out of my gut. These came out of my stool. I did get them out. So we have that. I have not eaten any oranges, and that's exactly what it looks like, right? So, this one has toilet paper attached, or it's already breaking down from the ivermectin, which is interesting, because from what I've Googled, there's not a lot of that online. So we can see inside this one, which was still never good enough for anybody at, Womex, and they are in my gut. They are literally in everything. That means they're in my brain. My MRI got canceled twice. So, that scares me, because I have, like, a lot of eye issues today. So I don't know if I need to go to the ER again. I probably need to go to somewhere else. Okay, so that's the big ones. This one is, like, drying off, but, it has, like, a little bit of blood still on it, so, which is interesting, because I, for once, didn't have bloody stool, which was an issue for a long time. But you can see this is the same exact shape of every other thing that's coming out of my nose or other places, So, in fact, this is, like, the most intact. So they do have, like, a little thing that comes out of them like that. Wow. This is nuts. A little sharp mouth like that. This... You can see the organs in this one. Oh, I got chills. That's so crazy. Why? 19 months and then 3 weeks of being gaslit and treated like a crazy person. Because my gosh, this happens to me. And I'm documenting it for 19 months with a sane mind and an educated person. I got my undergrad in clinical psychology, and I was really gearing up for my master's and starting to get my applications already, and then I got so sick I could not do it, with my husband living a few states away. He got stationed in Fort Benning, so I had to stay back because our kitchen had a huge pipe break, and yeah, it was just God moment after God moment. But yeah, so, and then that thing's, like, breaking down fast, but that had toilet paper attached to it, so that's kind of what happened there. This one is the one that I think I saw moving at first, but wow, I'm, like, really not okay. This was one of many that came out, so I gotta keep hydrated, keep allowing the shedding process to happen. Gosh, everybody's prayers and support are so, they are really, really, really appreciated, because I'm having such a hard go of this. I don't have words for how hard this has been on me and my family, and anybody who, it was in my life or is in my life. And unfortunately, there are some past tenses there, because this is before I knew it was this, and I thought it was autoimmune, a rheumatic autoimmune disease. I really, and I lived alone with my 4 kids while my husband was stationed at Fort Benning. I got to see who was really there for me and not. Unfortunately, a lot of people that really were also PCS, so they don't live here anymore, and you know who you are, and I love you. Most have already reached out. This is nuts. Look at that. So this is one of the more perfect ones, because it came out in not a wound. It didn't filter through my skin and get crushed through the pores or whatever is happening with the shedding process of that. Yeah. Okay. So, again, we got that tube. So I really wasn't far off. They really, everybody I tried to get support for in the last couple weeks, outside of when I went to the director of public health and the doctor that worked with her. But once I went to internal medicine and any time at the ER, I was treated so I just do not know anything, and it's just beyond reasoning that I would think that this is a worm or of any kind. And okay, then what is this, right? Because they're coming out of the wounds that are being ripped apart in my face, and they are coming out of my stool, my nose, everywhere. And I'm really worried, because I think the infection is so bad at this point that it's probably everywhere, to include my brain. And other than some aphasia type symptoms, I don't feel, and the insomnia that these guys cause, the pain is horrible. But aside from any other, I guess, imagine that you've had this in you and been dealing with this for 19 months, and I'm doing the best I think anybody could expect to be doing, especially with kids and a life and absolutely no extra support. My husband does live with me again. He was stationed in Fort Benning. Now he's back at Prague as of the beginning of this school year. So this is the first school year and everything in 3 years I've had help with. And, did we have some movement there as it's dying? Let's see. This is the one I thought I saw moving. Wow. Well, now I have a much more I have a lot more data as far as what the life cycle of these is. Oh gosh, this is so rough though. They are so yellow over here. I don't know why. I wonder if it's the curry. I did eat curry a few days ago, so we got that. This one is the one that has blood still looking on its fangs. A lot of them have blood on their fangs. And this is 19 months of bleeding. Extensively. I had a colonoscopy, and without any blood work. This was 4 years ago now, and nothing. Just told me I had hemorrhoids after giving birth to 4 kids, 3 vaginally, 1 emergency C-section. That was number 2. That was Wyatt, but 2 VBACs after that, and made sense to me, right? All women's health, right? So we got that tube there. Wow. All right, so we got this. As you can see, that's kind of what that is. All right, we're gonna go down here. Woo! Ay, huh? All right, so that's just the 3 of those that I took out. Because I noticed it was just that didn't. I knew I didn't eat any oranges recently, so. Bizarre. Oh gosh, so bizarre. I am looking forward to really figuring out what these are. I'm looking forward to knowing what it feels like to feel better again, and also not be treated like a crazy person or gaslit, and all the wasted trips, so sick, that I made to each appointment just to have to advocate for myself and get nowhere. I'm really looking forward to my referral going through. I've called every day and it's not saying it's there yet, despite my my internal medicine specialist at Womack saying it was sent over. So yeah, just gonna keep on keeping on, right? So I'll save this slide for Duke, and I don't know, if it wasn't so darn far away, I'd be going to the ER because it's pushing my nails off, and I'm really worried about having another seizure or any of that, but when you're a mom and you don't have a lot of help, your hands are kind of tied, Durham's almost 2 hours away from me, and wow. Oh, these are the most like adult form, huh? But they can't go like full because of, I hope like I'm right that this is I'm a like accidental host. And they can't like go beyond whatever stage this is, Really wish I had some more ivermectin or something because I really am scared, but I'm doing everything naturally that I can. A lot of lemon water, apple cider vinegar, yeah, so that's these people. All right, I'm gonna go outside and like cry and look at the stars and just let God comfort me, and hopefully find some peace tonight. I'm gonna do the red light sauna, a bath, and just thank God for another day, and handle whatever comes my way, right? Because that's all I can do. So all right. Oh, wow. Alrighty. I will do my best to keep you updated in the future. All right. You can email me at pivotpointusa@gmail.com. That's pivotpointusa@gmail.com. It's really just to represent the pivot that I want to make. My purpose, and anybody who, wants to follow this journey. But I really hope to make a difference in women's health, children's health, men's health, rare diseases, the medical system. A lot's broken after COVID. A lot was broken before COVID. And I think it's hurting both sides of the care system right now. And it's really hurt me for 19 months. So, woo! All right.